Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Weekday Wager Show live on our Weekday Wagers YouTube channel. I am your host, Daniel Greer, and we have a jam-packed show today. We have day baseball that's happening. We have the USA soccer team that is going to get started roughly about the top of the hour here. And now the official announcement is Christian Pulisic is out of the game today. But it is a Friday, so we're going to continue on even without Christian Pulisic. And we actually have two plays on that USA game against Australia. And who knew we were these soccer cappers? But you had to find them within the show. But as always, we do have, what we call the saloon, where you have a chance to get in and hang out with the likes of me, Mark, Rob. There is no Joe anymore, so welcome ye, welcome all. You can come hang out with us. He's still on the outside looking in over in the Hall of Fame. But how you get in? It's simple. You have to have a play of plus 1,000 or more. It can be a parlay if you're dabble that way, but it can be no more than 4 legs. And so if you want to do that, go ahead and put it in the chat, as our chat is filling up as always and it's getting this thing started. It is a holiday here, so let's get this thing rolling with the guys with a special announcement. But before we get there, Rob, you're on the other side, this side now. Rob, how are you, sir?
Fellas, I'm great. It feels like I ain't been on in forever. And even I think the last time I was on, I had barely any Wi-Fi. So it feels like maybe a week or so since I've been on this thing. So it's good to be back.
All right. Well, welcome back. And then Marky Model, like you never left. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. It is Friday. I am pumped. We got some USA soccer. I get to hang out with you guys and the chat. This is a great day. Let's go.
Yeah, we're not hanging out with Christian Pulisic, though. That's unfortunate. But I think the USA team, they'll figure out a way to get by. But let's go ahead and look at our actual big announcement, because it has been time where it is kind of, it's taken over a little bit, and we're moving on to bigger and better things. No, we're not leaving, but we're introducing more things. But let's go ahead and introduce Weekday Wager memberships. And so if you look here, one, say hello to our new mascot, Dub. Dub or Dubs? Dub? Dubs sounds better. But yeah, you can look at this two different ways. Let's look at the fam. So if you want to be a part of the fam, because that's what a lot of the OGs are, and honestly, a lot of the new Gs that are coming in, you can be a part of the fam. What we're now going to be doing with these live shows, it is going to be a members only live chat. So it will be $1.99, $2 that you'll be doing. But the reason we're doing that is we're going to be bringing some people in that you'll be able to ask questions, especially through the football season. Throughout the week, we'll have shows like that, as well as us. If you have shows, or if you have questions about plays, it'll be easier. As we continue to grow, there are going to be more people that continue to come in. So we're going to do a members only live chat. So if you're here, we appreciate it. But we're also going to have custom emojis, loyalty badges, and then we'll always give you shout out like we already do. But let's look at the baller status, because that's really where it gets good. And it's going to be everything over there in the fam. So once you're a member of the fam, you're a member of the baller as well here at $5. You're going to get 2 extra video plays. It's going to be Monday through Friday, 2 extra. So you'll see them over in the members only section of the videos, but there'll be 2 extra plays from us. One of us, 2 of us, maybe you'll have more one day, but 2 a day, Monday through Friday. We'll make sure we get to your comments a little bit more if you're a priority person. But we're also going to do what we're going to call the 5-time community parlay, which is 5 times your money community parlay. And then the Sunday night halftime show we did last year, well, that's going to be members only to the baller status. And then we're also going to have some watch alongs along the way, maybe some other live streams. So all of that for $5. So just want to introduce that overall to everybody. But I see the chats piling up. Did I do something wrong?
No, Nate was looking at the channel right now saying, hey, he's trying to join right now. And so I was just reminding him and remind everybody, if I understood this correctly, they go live July 1st. Correct. Is when the memberships will actually kick off.
That's correct. So if you're watching this live, which you are, to kind of chat and be able to be a part of the chat. We're going to kind of continue to grow it, but for $2, one, it helps us continue to grow this on the back end stuff. So it's $2. I'm not saying it's nothing, but it is only $2 to do that. But then the baller status, you'll get all of that plus the much more. And so we're going to be doing that. Plus, at some point, rolling out some merch. And if you are a part of the baller status, maybe whatever, you'll get some percentages off. And so we'll see how all that plays out. But listen, we're trying our best to grow this damn thing. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're just recklessly closing our eyes and doing our best. So hopefully you'll be a part of this July 1st. You'll be either part of the fam or part of the baller team. Is it the what was the baller? The Lonzo Ball.
Oh, big baller brand.
Big baller brand.
Yeah.
Dude.
All right. So be more turf. Tony Mesker says per show per week. No, it's a month thing, man. So it's just like for the month. So $2 the month. If you want to come in and hit the live shows with us, which we're going to be having Robbie's Radar back. We're going to be having Raphael at some point. He's going to be coming in, and you'll be able to ask him questions throughout the week and maybe pick his brain. And not just him, but there'll be other people that we bring on every now and then. And so there will be people that you'll get priority to jump from the line and ask the questions. But honestly, to ask a question, you got to be part of the fam. So very simple. $5 a month for baller. $2 a month for fam. We'll explain this way later, but I do believe. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, DG, I there's a couple comments going. There is zero affiliation. We have zero affiliation with any of the previous platforms we have been on. Weekday Wagers. You are looking at the only 3 people involved with Weekday Wagers right now. There is no outside entity. There is no other affiliation. You're stuck with just the 3 of us. So just to answer that question, put that to bed.
And I will say that I turn down offers weekly, and if they were like paying us like big money, I wouldn't turn them down. But we do have to turn down some because we don't want this to be a free for all of, hey, you got a brand, you got a brand, you got a brand. We'll put everybody's brand up here. We did partner with Props Edge doing the Daily Dinger video, and so that has been successful. So we want to kind of just see how that went. But at some point that will come to an end, and we'll start pushing these memberships a little bit harder. But just to give everybody a heads up behind the scenes of what everything that will be rolling out, because if you're watching this, you're probably already a G with us. We should have just named it a G, but fam. I like the fam because you're part of the fam. And I don't know if Mark would say G. Or homie. I want to name it homie. I don't know if Mark can name it. Mark, have you ever said homie before?
No.
Well, and 2, I think there was Howie's homies too. So in respect to Howie, because everybody loves Howie, how can you not? We won't call it anything homie out of respect.
Very
the true OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See. All right. Good.
The only time I say homie is when I'm had too much at a gig and I'm trying to get back homie.
Get me homie.
Get me homie.
All right. Well, let's get this thing rolling as it always is. But starting July 1st, you'll be able to sign up for the membership if you'd like. When we'd appreciate everything as we continue to grow the brand and grow the videos. There will be videos coming out, especially football season. That's the number one everybody's looking forward to. We're already getting ready for that. So everybody's aware.
That is true.
I don't know if I should announce this yet, but I think this is the plan. And because we're always very honest, even though I was told never to talk about behind the scenes stuff on screen, but we're going to say that more than likely, and I'm just going to put this out there, don't be mad at us, we might keep 3 days a week for the live shows. That's the idea, because we're going to move to Monday, Thursday, Friday, I believe. So if you hate it, I apologize. But I think we're going to pivot from Wednesday to Thursday. And because there's games on Monday and Thursday for football, and then on Friday, we can always talk about the weekend. So that will be the idea. We'll explain all that as we continue on. But let's get to our play, because we have an early play. And since I've talked so much, we only have 10 minutes before this game starts. Rob is sitting on a pin cushion right now, so I got to let him give his play. What you got, Rob?
Yeah, let me spit, man. No, I did put it in the chat already, just so y'all could get it in while y'all are listening to DG and everybody. But we're going to go Zach Geloff again. Why? Because has a hit in 22 straight games. You heard that right. 22 straight games. I actually thought he was facing Soriano yesterday because that's who was listed as the starting pitcher for the Angels, but they scratched him midday. So tonight he's facing Soriano. He is 2 for 6, batting .333 against him. Like I said, a hit in 22 straight games. I know eventually it's got to come to an end. I loved him yesterday. He hit yesterday. I love him again today facing Soriano. And the guy who's playing here in about 15 minutes is PCA. I'm pretty sure PCA on his day off yesterday got drug tested because the guy is just smashing balls right now. He has 4 home runs in his last 5 games, and he has a hit in 19 of his last 20. I will say the only caveat to this is he's going against Kevin Gausman. He's 0 for 3 against Gausman, but when you look at the metrics, he is killing his pitch mix, the splitter. He's batting .375 against the splitter, and he's batting .444 against the slider. I think we can get another PCA hit today. Didn't bet him to go yard because winds are blowing in at like 10 to 15 miles per hour at Wrigley. But I think PCA gets us a hit. Put both these guys together for a -102 parlay.
All right, that's going to be your play. We'll get to the rest of these here in a few minutes, but go ahead and get those in now because it is starting very, very soon. But Mark, I wanted to ask you about this because you are a guy who keeps up with soccer, and we have the game today that's starting at the top of the hour. USA versus Australia. We don't have buckets on here, so do your best buckets impression. I'm kidding. But give us your thoughts on this game. Should be entertaining at least.
It should be very entertaining. It's interesting that I'm going to butcher his name, is out and is not
Pulisic.
playing. Pulisic is not playing today. I think was it because I didn't see that, so I don't know. Was it an injury or
he was
dealing with
last
something?
Game.
Yeah, he's dealing with something.
Okay, so then they're just looking to give him a little rest time and heal him up for it. Look, Australia is going to be and I say this cautiously because I thought Spain was going to run all over their opponent and they end up 0-0, a 0-0 draw. This is a game that America, the U.S., should win outright. They really need to keep that offense going. Their forward striker, who has been phenomenal, needs to get going and get going early. I think if the U.S. comes out and puts up a goal in the first half, this thing is just a slugfest all the way for them.
Rob, have you been keeping up with it at all?
I actually have. I've watched quite a bit of soccer. My boys are big Messi and Ronaldo fans, so we've been tuning in quite a bit. It was actually really cool to see Messi get a hat trick because my son's like, he does this all the time. I'm like, dude, you don't realize a hat trick in a World Cup game is unheard of. Like, this is some ungodly stuff, especially at Messi's age. So, yeah, I've been watching a lot. I watched the France game the other day, too. I can't remember who they were playing, but it was really tight throughout the first, and then they finally started turning it on in the end. But I love it. I'm glad it's in the U.S. because I can actually watch these games. They come on at normal hours. So I've had fun. I think it's been a really fun World Cup so far.
Well, you are a championship soccer coach, so we have to listen to what you give out here. Nate says Mbappe is going to be crushing all of Messi's numbers.
I think so too. I think so too. The guy is he's young and he's already climbing the ladder to catch up to him.
So is the young kid, 19 years old from Spain.
I remembered it last week because I had to, but I can't remember the guy's
I'm drawing
name
a blank on his name right now. Kid's 19.
He didn't score the first game though, Mark.
And I told y'all he would.
But he didn't come in the first game until midway through the second half is when they finally brought him in. And by the way, in that time period, got off 3 shots on target, not just 3 random shots on target. Dude was a injection into Spain's lifeblood to get them going, get them energized. Unfortunately, they didn't score. They ended up at a 0-0 draw, but it was the game shifted when he was on the field. I expect him to be starting. Yes, Yamal.
Yeah, I was hoping you said the first name because I don't know how to say that one. I know how to say Yamal. I don't know how to say the first name.
Lemonade
Yamal. And I do wonder whatever happened to Freddie Adu. Like, he was the up and coming, the next big thing, and then just like gone forever.
That's a great
I don't know
question.
But I did talk to my friend that was at that game, and I asked him about what happened with the Spain. He's like, they dominated the whole game. They just honestly couldn't score. And what he said is they took them too lightly, and they did not play a lot of their best players. and they were giving them rest because one coming over to the States, they knew the other two games would be more, like a little bit more strenuous. And so they didn't play them, and they put them in at the 70th minute. So I'm guessing Yamal was probably one of them that they put in the 70th minute. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't go fact checked my buddy, but at that point he said they were getting shots up left and right. At that point, just couldn't stick one in the back of the net. So it is what it is. But we know some soccer. But it's time to pivot a little bit. And I saw this comment, and I don't know what you make of this, Mark, because it is your friend. He wants to change the name to Some Days of the Week Wagers. So I figured I'd try to help him and do Some Days Wagers. Does that look better for everybody?
I like it.
That's hilarious, actually. I think that's funny. But in all fairness, Joe, that just tells me that you haven't been watching our content every single weekday that we have been putting out. So
Yes.
While not a live show, we have been putting out, shorter videos, 5-8 minutes long, but jam-packed with information, jam-packed with plays. And you know what? Feel free to leave a comment on one of those videos. Just lets us know you've been watching. Lets us know you care, Joe.
Or you could even hype them. You got 3 a week. Go ahead and push the button. We found out yesterday we only had 3 a week when Robbie, he liked all of them. He's like, I have no more hype.
I didn't know I even had a hype button until we got the hype option.
Right. And the numbers on those videos have been huge. So yeah, it's great.
And eventually we will have a full Cowboys show. And so it'll be the weekly Cowboys. And that's what we'll call this thing, the weekday Cowboys. Anyway,
we're sparing you, Joe. We're going 3 days a week, so you only have to listen about the Cowboys 3 days a week.
Yeah, and I agree, and it'll be fun as we continue on this path. But let's get to our plays. And so, Rob, you already gave out your first one ahead of time. Let's go ahead and finish you off here because you do have a walk, and then we'll continue on. So, what you got here?
Yeah, DG and I played paper, rock, scissors to see who would get this play, and I'm going to Ben Rice 1+ walk at -110. I was on him to go yard yesterday. He hit one 400 feet, did not go yard, unfortunately, but also had him to get a walk yesterday, and he didn't. So you know what it is? It's a yester play for me, but I like him again today. Winds are blowing out at 12 miles per hour at Yankee Stadium. He's facing off against Rhett Lauder, who gives up a home run and 1.04 home runs in his last 9 innings. And he's also walking left-handed batters 16.4% compared to only 5.9% to right-handed batters. Again, Aaron Judge is out. Rice is hot right now. I like him to go yard first at bat, and then I like him to get walked second at bat, and we can cash 2 tickets in this one.
Man said Rice is hot.
Rice is hot. You know what else is hot? Yeah, this time of year, but that doesn't mean we don't get any football. Canadian Football League is in full swing. New play clock requirements this season. It is speeding up the game. It is a lot of scoring, and that's why I am going there tonight because Larry Roundtree, who plays for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, same Larry Roundtree who played at Missouri, also played for the LA Chargers, is now playing for the Tiger Cats. Dude is averaging, I'm taking his over 58.5 rushing yards tonight, -115. They've played 2 games so far. In those 2 games, he's already racked up almost 150 rushing yards combined. He's averaging over 75 rushing yards per game. Love this spot for Larry Roundtree. Then we're going to do a little sit-down parlay, and we're going to target LA Angels' Zach Neto to record at least 1 strikeout. Neto's been one of the most consistent strikeout props in baseball this season. Dude is striking out in 79% of his games while averaging 1.5 strikeouts per. The matchup tonight against Jeffrey Springs is what really stands out. Neto has a 34% chase rate and an eye-popping 47 whiff rate against breaking balls. Love this spot for him. Our second one is we're going to go to New York and take advantage of Cincinnati's Eugenio Suarez. Suarez has recorded at least 1 strikeout in 83% of his games this season. He's averaging 1.3 strikeouts per game. And lately, he's been even more strikeout prone, averaging 38% as a strikeout rate over his last 15 games. Tonight, he's going against Cam Schlittler. And the matchup profile here is exactly what we're looking for, especially when Suarez struggles against breaking pitches. He's got a 51% whiff rate against breaking balls. And honestly, he's missing a breaking ball so bad right now. It wouldn't surprise me if he had called like Pedro Serrano from Major League looking for advice on how to make an offering to Joe Boo. Start stocking up on the cigars and rum, Suarez, but get that strikeout first. The final leg tonight takes us to Coors Field with Ezequiel Tovar, who has quietly become one of our favorite strikeout targets. He's got one in 79% of the games this season, averaging 1.1 per game. And he's got a 36% strikeout rate over the last 15. You put all three of those strikeout kings together, you get a minus 115 ticket that when it cashes, we all get to yell, "Sit down!"
Wow. We can also yell Neto too as well. I'm not sure who he's referring to, but yeah, Zach Neto plays for the Angels. Let's go to the first game here. Both teams to score. USA, Australia. It's at minus 110. Even I saw Mr. Buckets. The balls pop out of his mouth, Mr. So Buckets had this as well. Both teams to score in this game. Even with Christian Pulisic out, that doesn't bother me as well. I think somebody has to score to win, right? I know they can draw, you big dummies. But I think that USA could win this game 2-1. Even 3-1. I think this is a chance with both teams who are honestly that are really good on offense. Their defenses are both mid. And if you look at this USA team, they've had 9 straight matches where, as the soccer people say, they could not keep a clean sheet, which means that they've allowed somebody to score in the 9 of the last games. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and take both teams to score and give you a soccer pick right before they get started here in about 40 minutes. But then let's go to that Yankees game. We already heard Robbie talk about Brett Lauder, okay? He sucks. He gives up walks like his job. And as long as Jazz Chisholm is playing, which I haven't seen the lineup, as long as he's playing and not hitting himself in the I think that he'll have a chance to get a walk here. Against right-handed pitching, he's had a walk in 5 straight and then 6 out of the last 7 games because he is very stingy when he's facing right-handed pitching. And so against a guy in Lauder who struggles against the lefties, I think that Jazz Chisholm at minus 105 should get a walk today. So we'll see how all this plays out, but that is your 6-pack at least. Isn't that pretty neato there, Mark?
It is very neato. What's his name? Neto?
He did. It is Neto, but he did get hit in the ding ding and couldn't go back in last night, which happens.
He was also the only leg that didn't cash in yesterday's 3K parlay. Why? Because dude gets hit in the junk with his own foul ball.
You'll never see a slip with him in it on any of my plays ever again. He's forever banned.
Well, I'm doing him to not hit.
No, I know, but I'm just saying he will hit a home run if I ever even picked him to get walk or struck out. That's just what Jazz does.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not on him, so you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so we'll be fine. All right, and yes, I am a soccer capper there, Joe. Don't come at me. I know what I'm doing. And Buckets approved, so get out of here. All right, but that is what we have today. This is not going to be a split decision kind of a day. We're going to continue on, and the game is starting very, very soon. Do we know if it has started yet, Robbie?
I have no idea. It says 1:20, so I'm sure there's probably a few things that they have to clean up. It'll probably get started here in about 6 minutes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can check on that game here in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and pivot to – yes, sir.
I was just going to say, BetMGM, I was looking at this when I was looking at the soccer bets. They have a very interesting bet, and it plays into what you're on with both teams to score. You can bet both teams to score and either team to win. So you're not picking a winner. You're just picking both teams to score and one team wins so it doesn't end in a draw. That's at plus 195.
Wow.
See, I think it's going to be a draw, though. I think Joe put it in the chat earlier because so many people are heavy on USA winning. It feels like a draw game.
Yeah.
So
I agree. All right. Well, we're going to pivot real quick, and I am actually going to peace out real quick because I have somebody that's actually doing some work at my house, and so I apologize. But Mark, if you will steer the ship and get me out of here for a second, I'm going to peace out. But we're going to go ahead and pivot over to the saloon shot, and you can give my stuff away as I answer the door.
Oh, well, hey, he did peace out.
There we go.
There we go. Now we got to fix this whole. He pieced on us. While I'm doing this, Scotty says, "Do you like Jazz for a bomb tonight?"
I never like Jazz for anything. I will never bet him for a bomb or anything because the dude does nothing but sell my tickets.
All right.
And just because of how his antics, like some days he doesn't even look like he wants to be there. So I'm not putting money on somebody who don't even want to be at their job half the time.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking about not wanting to be on your job half the time because you'd rather be hanging out with us, Mr. Joe Neuenfeld. Robbie, I don't know if you know this, but Joe was the first ever member to get into the saloon back when we first started this. It feels like forever ago.
I heard that once. I think it got mentioned once or twice on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's literally the one that the rest of us have followed. And when I speak about the rest of us, I am talking about look at this parade of mugs that has gotten in since he's been there. Tony Metzger, big fan from Maryland, home of the Blue Crab. I'm just saying. Little Preston Boom Boom Postain. Robbie in there with his dual mugs. That Gator's looking jacked too, by the way.
Yeah. Gave him some pre-workout.
And I know DG literally put his mug right next to Kim's because he's piggybacking. But look, what can you say about someone who's got 5 mugs? That's ridiculous. Miss Nonsense. And then I'm over there just tucked away in the corner, just kind of minding my own, doing my thing. It's, you know what that feels like? That literally does feel like the band playing in the saloon. Just tucked over in the corner, playing their music, not bothering anybody, letting it low. And no, we are not honoring your weather delay.
And that was like
last week.
And if I remember, you put it in at minus 10,000 or something. It's got to be plus 1,000. I do want to say Kevin Roth, the guy. If you want updated weather, Kevin Roth is your guy on X. He was dogging the actual weatherwomen, whoever that was trying to say that was going to get rained out and lightning out. He called it from the. It might have a little bit of weather, but they're going to go on. I don't foresee anything happening, and he nailed it. So
yeah. Well, let's get to the place here. You've got your dong dudes. What are you on?
Man, it is super chalk, but for a reason. I'm going Yordan Alvarez. If you want to play him just solo, it's at plus 233. But versus right-handed pitchers, he's batting 332 with 16 home runs. Head-to-head versus Tanner Beebe, he's 4 for 6 for a home run. And then when you look at the pitch mix, the changeup is his top pitch. He's batting 353, 2 home runs. Fastball, 386, 6 home runs. The cutter is the only thing that scares me. If Beebe pulls out the cutter, we may be screwed because Yordan is batting 200 with 0 home runs off the cutter. And then you look on Friday, which I like days of the week, and I have a Byron Buxton rant from yesterday that I need to get on today at some point. But on Friday, he's batting 341 with 6 home runs. Then I'm going to go with Ben Rice. We've talked about him a ton. You can get his solo prop at plus 251 right now versus right-handed pitching, batting 297, 15 home runs. No head-to-head data against Louder, but Louder throws the fastball as his top pitch. Rice is batting 406, 6 home runs. Changeup, 346, 3 home runs, and sinker batting 321 with 2 home runs. And on Friday, he is batting 432 with a crazy 8 home runs on Friday. So that was a big thing, putting 2 guys who like to go yard on Friday. We're going to cash this ticket at plus 1125.
All right. I think I understand where DG is going in this one. I'm going to let you look up the Jared Trillo home run and why he likes that. But I do know why he likes the Pirates on the money line. Simply because they're playing in Colorado against the Rockies. I'm on a play on this game already. I'm taking the over. I think there's going to be a ton of runs scored, and I think the Pirates do the majority of that scoring. They should. The model has the Pirates by almost a run line differential. So, I know he's putting them on the money line. I would almost sprinkle that and put a little on the run line as well. Do you know why he likes Jared Trilo?
Cirillo. I'm pulling up Jared's stats right now. So Jared is a right-handed batter facing against Kyle Freeland, who's a left-handed pitcher. Jared is 2 for 3 with a triple and a home run against Kyle Freeland.
That's why he likes him.
That's why he likes him. And when you look at the matchup, let's see, this season, Jared has 0 home runs this season. So that is an absolute – I don't know how that wasn't just plus 1,000 by itself. But you look at that head-to-head, I see why he likes it now. 2 for 3 with a home run. Yeah, that's why he likes it.
All righty. And this is not my title. I don't know why he named it Ladies in America. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm starting to make the connection. This is part of the game for us now. I got the Lynx and the Valkyries. We're going to take them on an alt line over 163. Look, Minnesota has been running the scores up in all of their games. The Golden State Valkyries, Robbie, your team, they have been able to stay close and competitive with these better teams. I love this spot to go over. This model already has this projected into the 167s, so I love this spot here. And then I'm taking the Yankees at -2.5 on an alt run line. They're playing the Cincinnati Reds. They're going to crush them. They're going to crush them. I got Toronto tempo -2.5. Why? Because they're taking on the Washington Mystics, and the Mystics suck. Toronto, an expansion team, hasn't been that much better as of late, but they've been playing against better competition than the Washington Mystics have, and the Washington Mystics have lost everything. Give me Toronto here. And then, you know what? I agree with Nate G, because this is going to be the USA dropping the atomic leg drop on some kangaroos. I didn't say it. Nate G said it. At Nate G. Okay? Don't at me. But I think USA wins this one, and we bring the thunder for 4 down under. How's that?
Yeah, you should have started off with, so let me tell you something, brother. And then you just should have went into Nate G's comment. That would have put the icing on the cake. I hope so. Hell, I really hope USA beats them. But I'm kind of scared of your Toronto play, because I know it's not the Maple Leafs, but I know all of Toronto hates us, and I don't know if we're ever welcome back there again. So I feel like a revenge narrative may be coming to you from the Toronto tempo.
What are you talking about? I got my Toronto.
I know
Blue
you
Jays
have
hat
a
back
blue.
there.
I know.
I'm a big supporter of. Look, I don't hate Toronto. I just call it like I see it in Toronto. The Maple Leafs. Where are they during the playoffs? They're watching it with the rest of us. Why? Because they're allergic to playoff hockey. They need an EpiPen.
An EpiPen.
Okay? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I still like Toronto. Toronto's a great city. You just can't go there in the spring because it smells like desperation. Don't get me going. This is.
I am the Shawn Michaels to Toronto's Bret Hart, especially after USA has beat them in hockey this year. I'm not welcome in Canada anymore.
Well, I think there's a couple of Americans that play for hockey teams in Canada that may not be welcome in Canada anymore.
True that.
Oh, Miss Kim. Toronto went to the Bahamas with OKC. Well, and Toronto is making some moves that I know recently. Well, first of all, let's get to Toronto, and then I'm going to come back because I know you had a Brian Buxton rant that you wanted to talk about. But Toronto's making some moves, and explain to everybody what they just brought on. Who?
They got Darren Radish from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He played defense for Tampa Bay, had just one of the best seasons he's ever had with Tampa Bay. And Toronto did a trade. They traded a 5th to Tampa Bay for Darren, but it feels like he's in his 30s. He may even be 30, 31. But I don't feel like you're ever going to see a season like he had this last year. I mean, the dude was on a hell of a lot of my slips for points, shots on goal. On the power play, you couldn't ask for anybody better. And I feel like no matter where he went, take Toronto and all the fun we're having with them out of it, I feel like a regression is coming. But what's going to happen is people are going to associate it with Toronto, and they're all going to say they overpaid. He regressed because he went to the Maple Leafs. I don't think it's that. I just think he may have peaked this season. I don't know if he's going to ever have a season as good as this one. And I could definitely be wrong, but I just feel like it might have been an overpay for a guy in his 30s who had the best season ever.
and I say this half tongue in cheek, but given all of the old man stories that we've had this past year in sports, I mean, what Lionel Messi just did, scoring a hat trick in the World Cup at his age, again, Rodgers, Rivers, all these guys playing. Are the 40s becoming the new 30s? Do you know what I mean? I mean, do you know what I mean? Are we starting to see that transition that people, because of the way that these athletes train, the way that the majority of them take care of their bodies, that, I mean, Alex Ovechkin aside, these guys are really regimented and really focused on their health. Does that equate to longer careers playing the sport that they love?
I think so. And I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, but I mean, he was serviceable. You could find way worse quarterbacks on NFL teams this year than Aaron Rodgers. But in hockey especially, I don't get it. I don't get how these guys like Yager. I think Yager's still playing. I think there's some stat that there's been a Stanley Cup champion.
He's over in he plays in the Czech league, and I'm trying to think of the name of I want to say it's the Liberec. I believe it's Liberec that he plays for.
Maybe he's 50.
Yeah,
still playing this game. And we talked about how hockey and football taking a toll on your body. You said it best last week. Hockey is played during the season. They're playing at least 3 games a week, not just once on Sunday. And you're getting hit over and over again. So I don't know. It's just hockey players are a different breed in itself. And Ovechkin, he lives off Subway and vodka. I think if you took that away from him,
that's what I mean.
A different person.
That's what I mean. I mean, aside from Ovechkin, who has done what he's done, kind of doing whatever the hell he wanted to do and never really falling into a healthy sort of lifestyle when it comes to food and dietary choices. And yeah, to your point, I think, a regular week in the NHL is akin to playing basketball against DG. You talk about getting hacked on and constantly getting I can say it now, he's not here. DG on the basketball court's a hack. All right. That's the only way he'll go.
You said
it. Look, even at my age, I know I can still take DG. That would be fun. We should do a one-on-one match.
Funny you should say that.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'd take you. You would get an ass whooping from the old man.
Already talking ish. And I just got back. God, that's so awesome. I love dealing with an issue at the house. Randomly just showed up, but whatever. Hey, did y'all give out my saloon shot?
I did.
You did.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, I just wanted to share. I don't know what you shared, but I want to make sure. I'm going to go back to it real quick.
Well, here, why don't I tell us?
He's 2 for 3 with a triple and a home run.
Home run.
Yep.
But go ahead.
And the Pirates are actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but the model projected to actually win on the run line. So taking them on the money line is a great look.
Well, that's what I do, Mark. I appreciate you backing me. I do want to look. I do want to look at this real quick.
Hey, Big Cheesy, we miss you too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
Cheese dog.
What's up, Cheese man?
So I looked at it, and if you look at his numbers, like he faced him 3 times last year, a medium hard hit and then a hard hit on both the other 2. But the fly out, 257 feet, not crazy far, but it's like showing that he's, raising the ball. And then the home run 404, a triple 405. So just shows like the launch angle, the exit velo, everything lines up with a guy who has some familiarity, if you know what I mean. So true home run dinger capper, if you know what I mean. All right. You're back in control, Mark. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, that was it. That's all we had.
All right. Well, we had 5 units right here. Mark, team total for the Nats over 3.5. And Robbie, how many hammers we got?
We have 5 hammers. 5 times. 5 times.
That's enough to build a house.
Yeah. Did you see that earlier one where somebody said the 5X parlay?
Yeah, Nate said it. Yeah.
That's what it was. That's funny. That's Booker T, right?
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
The model has this one projected the Nats to have 4. So yeah, the over 3.5 would cash there.
And CJ Abrams is going to hit a home run in that game. So
I looked at CJ Abrams as a strikeout prop today too. I really did.
He might. He's going to go yard too, though.
He was that close.
That's okay. Swing for the fences, as they say. Cheesy loves Ketel Marte, which isn't a bad look as well.
Is it Ketel or Kettle?
It depends on what you're calling.
I always say put the kettle on, Marte. So,
but I think that's good, boys. I think we've done all the damage we can do, unless y'all have anything else.
Yeah, Robbie had something he wanted to say to Byron Buxton.
Yes. So we went 2 for 3 on the Daily Dingers yesterday. And I shouldn't have played Byron Buxton. It's my fault that we lost Byron Buxton. Actually, it's Byron's fault because he should have hit a home run. But I look at the splits of these players, and I don't make it a final decision, but it does help when I'm figuring somebody out. Buxton has only hit a home run twice during the day this season. Now, this weekend, I was thinking about Byron Buxton, but it was a day game. So I didn't bet him. He hit a home run this weekend during the day. So I thought, okay, we will try it this time. And of course, he went like 0 for 5, 0 for 4, whatever. So if it's a day game, never bet Byron Buxton. He absolutely pissed me off because there was another guy I liked that I think did go yard yesterday, and we would have swept the board. So that's on me and Byron.
It is definitely on you, but it's also on Byron. And never bet on the Twin, because Minnesota sports, like literally, what are they doing? Like they don't really have anything going for them. Minnesota just sucks. It is what it is.
So can I'll tell you both this, because not only will you appreciate it, but people in the chat will also appreciate this. My grandson was visiting us for the past week.
God, you're old.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea, and I'd still beat you in basketball. His two favorite teams, Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, how?
Why?
I have his mother is a Minnesota Vikings fan. My daughter's, that hurts me to say, is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and his father is a Dallas Cowboy fan. And
at least his dad has some taste.
They absolutely have just brainwashed him. And so I'm talking Chargers. I'm hitting AI and taking a picture with him and then putting Justin Herbert's arm around him in AI. He got so angry that he was even being affiliated with the Chargers. And I said, well, you know what? I said, if you want to, we were talking about the things that we wanted to do for extra content on the show. And I said, one of the things that we're talking about doing is a Dallas Cowboy show. He goes, you should just do a Dallas Cowboy Minnesota Viking show, and that's it. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, but our viewership would go right down the toilet.
Yeah, because we don't want to be like brought in with them. Right. We're okay being a Cowboys fan. We don't want to be connected to the Vikings fans. What are we doing?
No.
Yeah, I thought you guys would appreciate that. That's my curse. My own personal hell for a week was my grandson telling me how great the Vikings and Cowboys were.
All right. And I made a promise to God. It's like, if you give me boys, I just want them to like football. I don't care who the teams are. I'll grit and bear, whatever. Just let them like football. I've got 3 sons. Dolphins fan, because Finn's name is Finn, so he likes the Dolphins. David, Chargers fan, because Mahomes. I mean, he's a Dodgers and a Chiefs fan. So you do with that what you will. And then John likes the Chargers because they have the cooler logo. So he's a Chargers fan because of the logo.
So John's the doctor.
I don't know about that. I did have him and Finn doing Oklahoma drills on Saturday, and Sarah about scolded because they were at each other's throat, and both of them were going to start football. So I was like, let's go. Oklahoma drills. They put their helmets on, smash, bang. It was awesome. I got videos of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Straight to adoption.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, for sure.
But Dad, I'm 17. I don't care. Good luck.
Yeah.
My only rule was you need to like the Gators and you got to like the Preds. You can't like any other hockey team because we're in Nashville. You can't do that.
Local.
And I was like, and we're all Gators fans. It's like, you got to roll with us because that's the only games we're going to pay to go to.
Well, I will say that I am obviously a Gators fan, and I married a UT grad because we're in Tennessee. My kids, they favor Tennessee. It is what it is. I can't.
Yeah.
And their friends like Tennessee, so it's going to be hard for me to ever change that. But we're all Grizzlies fans. The only sport we agree on is Grizzlies. Well, kind of the Braves, but they don't really care about baseball, which is funny since I am the baseball guy. But yeah, it's not at all. It's not. It's crazy. I want to pull this up. Last thing I want to hit on before we get out of here. Mark, I want you to give us a prediction.
Yep.
Stand on business. Justin Herbert, does he get a playoff win this season?
Absolutely, 100%. Without question. Without question.
Hair versus playoff win?
Funny you should ask, because there was where was it earlier?
Jesus.
Yeah. Mark's wife can't be happy with his current hairline. If I'm being completely honest, Mark is not happy with his current hair length. And I have a very interesting situation. I've somebody who has hired us has always enjoyed the long hair, wants us to play at her wedding, and I think it's got to go before then. So I think it's probably going to happen next week.
Wow.
Whoa. How short are we talking here? How short are we talking?
Take off your hat.
This?
It'll be shorter than that.
Shut up.
Holy crap.
Well, we should have done a hair versus hair match.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mind. If somebody, you know what?
You're already cutting it.
Yeah.
I haven't cut it yet. And if that would help. That would help. If I lost the bet and had to cut it, then I could go into this and be like, look, we did on the show. I had to do it. Not a big deal.
I think you should shave your head and shave your beard and mustache, everything. That would be exhilarating. Your grandkids wouldn't even know you. All 15 of them.
I have had facial hair ever since I left the military. And there have been 2 situations where I had to lose it. And each time when my family saw me for that first time, when I was officiating collegiate basketball, they didn't allow you to have any facial hair. So it came off. My wife was like, maybe you should stop doing basketball then.
That's funny.
I look like a child. Like, especially if I'm wearing a hat and shave this, I look like a child.
Yeah.
I gotta have a little stubble.
I will say this. You know what? I will do this. Not only will Justin Herbert win a playoff game this year, if they don't, I'll shave my goat. I will go absolutely clean face, because the only other time that's happened was a mistake where I thought the cap was on the clippers and it cut it right off, and I had this big stuck missing out of my goat, and I'm like, damn. So yeah, I just finished off the job and took it out. And again, my wife was like, don't ever do that again. Make sure that guard's on. So yeah, he'll win.
Could be a rough winter. All right, we'll make sure we go back to that at a later date for sure. Should be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited about what we have left of the MLB season, because in all honesty, like, we have a lot of like teams that aren't bad. Like, usually it's like these teams that just suck. Nobody really sucks this year. Like, if you had to think of a team, Rob, like right now that sucks in baseball, who is that?
The Red Sox.
Really? But they're not bad.
We're terrible, DG. We're god awful.
The Rockies.
They're not that bad though.
Dude, they're horrible.
The Rockies? They're 20. Okay, they're 28-47. Okay,
yeah,
they're 20 games behind.
I think they're already eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay, they are bad. Joe says they're all underachieving, but realistically, I'd say, everybody has 30 wins.
I will say this:
But
when you look at
Colorado.
when you look at Detroit and Chicago White Sox, the White Sox are playing.
White Sox
They are
playing good.
overachieving, and Detroit has been underachieving. I mean, there's no reason they should be under 500.
Just a quick update. PCA has a hit, and the Cubs have 7 runs, and it's the top of the second.
Shut up.
Good God.
But PCA did get a hit, so we're halfway home on that one.
I had no idea. I totally forgot about that when Surf Pro showed up to my house. But I don't even.
Let's give some more financial advice. Woo. Do not buy anything from General Electric. It is garbage. Don't ever waste your money on that crap. We bought a whole renovation for the kitchen, oven, microwave, dishwasher, fridge. The microwave crapped out at the 5-year mark. Guess when we bought it? January 5 years ago. No good warranty. The dishwasher crapped out. I've been dicking with that all week. The ice maker crapped out in the first year. Luckily, that piece of junk was under warranty, so I didn't have to pay for that. Never, ever buy anything from General Electric. They're garbage. Forget them. Hope they go bankrupt.
I feel the same way about Dub Club, so I'm right there with you. Screw them. I hope if you have any Dub Club in your life, you need to get rid of it. It's like a plague, but it is what it is. That's
I will say this. As somebody who, when I first started out in this industry, started out with Dub Club, I have since ceased and desisted all my association with Dub Club. I want nothing to do with them. I think what they do is predatory.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that people are subjected to that kind of hype.
And they're solid cappers. I don't want to take away from some of the cappers. They're solid cappers, great dudes, but I will never do a subscription if they're affiliated with Dub Club because I'm with DG. They're terrible. It is. They give the cappers that are legit a bad name.
And Joe's like, "This is the Friday, Robbie. I'm here for you."
I
don't know if you saw. I was looking for my seatbelt because I was not prepared for that blast off.
Yeah. And I said dicking with it. That's what me and my father-in-law, every time we work with something, he'd be like, "Just quit dicking with it." So that's what I've had to hear all my life.
Nate's asking, what is Dub Club? Dub Club is like a subscription type thing where you can sign up for people's plays and then you get part of what a Patreon is in a sense.
Yeah.
Same thing. How mine went down is I like Prop God. I think he has good content, good plays. And last year I was like, you know what? He was giving it for $35 for the rest of for the year or whatever it was. I was like, $35, dude. I'll join. I like his stuff. I'll just do it. Right after I did it, literally I went in there because I don't trust them and I put auto renewal off. I know where I was when I did it. I remember it verbatim. And then I got charged with $150 for an annual membership. And every time I discussed everything with them, they're like, we have a 0 policy. You've already looked at all the plays. I go, actually, I've not. I've only went into Dub Club to try to see if I can change my subscription. I haven't even looked at one play. They're like, you're looking every day. I'm like, literally because I'm on the site, you idiots. Like, your stuff doesn't make sense. And I said, fine, prorate it. Fine, I'll pay for a month. And the only thing that they could come out with is we'll extend your current annual membership 6 months so you can keep it. I go, I don't want to be a part of you. Very bad words for 6 more months. And I think it's the last time I ever got an email back. But I disputed on my own. I should not have to pay it. But that's why you always pay with credit cards and not debit cards when you actually pay to these loser sites at any point. So that's a little something for somebody else that don't ever use your debit card. Use your actual credit card.
So that's just one half of the Dub Club scheme, right? Because they want people to pay for subscriptions to these cappers who are posting their plays. And by the way, the cappers that they promote on there, there's 2 things that they cannot tell you. They can't tell you their ROI.
Yeah.
They can't tell you their win-loss record. They don't know it. And all they do is they promote these, I hit this plus 7,500 home run parlay.
Yeah.
And those are the guys they're pushing up to the front because they're trying to get eyes brought into Dub Club. On the flip side of that, if you're a handicapper, they start seeking you out to rope you in,
right,
and saying, hey, we're going to drive people your way. But if you're not one of those hypesters, who, by the way, there's got to be some sort of what they do is
should be illegal.
It really should be. If you're not one of those guys, you get pushed to the bottom because
those are the ones you want to tail, are the guys they're not touting.
Correct.
Which is in full disclosure, which is how JustStatSports.com got started. Because I was like, this is absolutely stupid. Let's just create a safe haven for like-minded cappers who aren't the hype people, a safe spot for them to post plays. So that's where that was born.
So that's our rants for Friday. That's our Friday rant. It's a holiday.
By the way,
people are off. They have time.
He had a dishwasher. You had an AC. I had an oil pump going in my car. We had a hell of a week.
Yeah. When they're pulling up the floors and stuff like that. And today's the first day we haven't seen anybody until they just randomly showed up to grab all their fans, and then now they randomly showed up again to go look through everything because the other guy's off today. I'm like, my God, like, can we not have a day with workers at the house? But we'll see. We do need our floor fixed though, so whatever. But hopefully everybody enjoys their weekend. We might have some stuff come out over the weekend. As you all know, we usually do some stuff some days of the week, as Joe says. Some days wagers. But we are putting out stuff every day, Monday through Friday. But after that, on the weekends, sometimes we take it easy. Spend time with our family and honestly enjoy it. But when football time comes here, we'll have more stuff that comes out on Saturdays and Sundays. But that's all we have for today. It's been a fun show. I wasn't here for half of it.
Before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
I want to say to both of you, I hope you guys have a absolutely wonderful, wonderful, happy Father's Day.
Forgot about
you as
that.
well.
Yep.
You as well. And everybody in the chat that are dads, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all of you.
Yep, absolutely. Everybody enjoy a weekend. Dads, honestly, be even lazier than you already are. I know that's how I'm going to do it, but we'll see everybody on Monday.